Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday here. We're just going to have a little chat today. I put in the comments that we've got a lot coming up. Our schedule is filling up for the summer, and I just wanted to take some time to kind of chat through some things. Let's see if we can find us live over here on Instagram. Sometimes we can, sometimes why are we there we go. Oh, that's because I have to hit the button. Guys, we've done this how many times and I still can't figure this out. Anyway, we're here, we're live, we're gonna chat. So if you're joining us live, please say hi, say hello, tell us what you're working on, where you're watching from, whatever you want to do. Hi, Carlene. It is great to have you here. Let's see. Okay, so let me turn my volume all the way down, and now we're here. So hi everybody on Instagram as well. It is great to have you guys here. If you saw from the comments, we're just going to chat today, talk about some projects, what you're working on, what you're doing, because we are loaded in the calendar for like the next month and a half of all kinds of things that we're talking about. New yarn lines, new collaborations, new crochet alongs. There's so much to share with you over the next few weeks. And so we didn't have a guest for today. And I was like, you know what? Let's get in one more chat, talk about what you guys are doing, what you're loving. And then we'll kind of jump into all of the other fun things going on. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Lopsided Crafter. Hi from Dallas, Texas. It is great to have you guys all here and watching. Again, just say hi, say hello if you're interested in doing that. I am just excited to have you guys all here. Before I forget, I mean, how do I forget? I don't know. Our Memorial Day sale is going on. Guys, you can get 20% off your total purchase, 25% if you spend $150 or more. And so you want to go and shop now. Yes, the summer yarn sale is coming. Yes, you're going to have great deals in the summer yarn sale, but it's not on everything. Right now, this Memorial Day sale, you can get everything 20% off, which is going to be really great. So if it's a yarn that usually doesn't go on sale, or some of our most popular colors do not get put on sale for the summer yarn sale, so, like blacks and creams and grays, that kind of stuff, grab it now while it's 20% off, or if you're spending I think it's $150, it's on the homepage, you can get 25% off your purchase, which is really, really awesome. Okay. Samantha says, hi, Katelyn. Loving making summer projects. Really looking forward to MJ's Caribbean Cal. Okay, so I signed up for that right away. So if you don't know, MJ's is Michelle Moore. She is a fabulous designer. She has a crochet along coming up that includes 10 patterns in the event. You can pick any of the 10 patterns. I'm trying to get her to come on in 2 weeks, I think it is, or so. I don't know. I'm chatting with her about coming on live with us to talk all about the crochet along. But so yeah, it's 10 patterns that are either using comfy fingering or dishy. And so if you go over to her website, which is MJ's Off the Hook, you'll be able to find, or over on her social media. She's also MJ's on Instagram and stuff. You can go over there and you can sign up for the crochet along. What the sign up is going to do is it's going to send you the document that's going to tell you each of the 10 patterns in it and what yarn you need, so that you can shop now and you'll have your yarn in time, because the crochet along doesn't start until June, but you can get your yarn now while it's on sale to be able to do it. I think I picked 4 patterns from the 10. I want to make the cardigan, I want to make the pullover, I want to make the dress, but I might not make a dress. I might just make like a peplum top type of thing, or like a tunicky top. I don't know. And then I was looking at the short cropped cardi to wear with like a dress and stuff, which is similar to the other cardigan, except the crop cardi has a cuff to it and a different ribbing on it than the longer cardigan. But go check it out. You're going to want to jump in, grab your yarn now so that you're ready to go, or maybe you already have some, that works too. But yeah, I'm excited. Samantha, what are you planning on making out of the 10 projects? I know she's got a whole ton of them. What really excited you about it? I mean, I love everything Michelle does. I have a hard time keeping up with her and some of the other great designers that we work with all of the stuff that they have going on. Samantha, I want to do them all. Yeah, I understand that 100%. I was trying to rein it in. And of course, I picked 4 garments that I want to make. Like, that was a silly idea, but we'll see. We'll see. We're going to start with one and we'll see how far we get. Before I forget, too, across the bottom of the screen, it's reminding you to like and subscribe. Don't forget to do that. Follow us on all the places so you know what is going on. We've got something. No, next week, I'm trying to think where we are. In 2 weeks, we've got something really exciting to share. A special announcement with Tony Lipsy we're really excited about. We've got, I think next week we are talking about a new blanket crochet along. We've got so much stuff coming out and a lot of new yarns coming out that we are so excited about. It's one of those things where they were supposed to launch at different times during the year. But we've had problems yet again with the shipping and getting things across the ocean and whatever else. But it's here, it's coming, it's finally arriving at the warehouse so that we can start to launch it. And we are so excited. Hi, Betsy from California. Great to have you here. We also have, oh, I don't know. Axis Creation. Sorry, on Instagram. Hi, Fox and Feline NYC. Great to have you here as well. Great to have you. Let's see. We have working on a baby blanket ordered by a friend. Oh, that's sweet. I have to remember my brother's baby is almost, well, she was due yesterday, not born yet. But I did finish my blanket for her. I've got to get it wrapped up. Ends are woven in. It's just sitting on my chair. I need to put it in a bag or wrap it or something so that I can give it to them as soon as the baby's born. I'm going to take it to the hospital. I was going to try. I mean, I'm still going to do it. I just don't know. I'm working on that test. Okay. I was working on a test that I told you guys about for Lola Crochet. It's a new spring summer top. I hurt my elbow, which I told you guys about. It got better. I started working on it. And now I have to pause a little bit again. I get seasonal allergies on my hands with eczema. And so it is horrible because then my craft is using my hands. It does not work out well. So we're trying to make it work. Oh, Heather is working on a baby blanket too. That's awesome. But yeah, so my brother's having a baby girl. So I want to make her like a little dress, but it's also hard when you don't know what size she's going to be when she's born. Like, I don't think she's going to be a preemie based off of what the doctors are like measuring at and stuff, but I don't know. So I'm going to wait to make the dress, but I did make a blanket. So I'm super excited about that to give them that so that they can use it. Samantha said, I'm trying so hard to keep up with some of her patterns. I'm already doing so many. Wait, so my whip spaces are free for when it starts. Yeah, I'm trying to get my whips done, but you know what? When it starts, all those whips are going to be put down so that I can work on her crochet along because I am so excited to be making those patterns. They're just going to be perfect. I was actually talking to my mom the other day about how like pretty much all of the sweaters and cardigans that I have made and that I own, are thicker, like they're more for winter, throwing on a cardigan really for warmth. And I was like, I really don't have anything that's like lightweight, very lacy. I mean, I know we talked about this. I really want to make this. This is the Lucy cardigan in Galileo. I need to make one because that's perfect for just a little layer for spring and summer. If you want to like cover up your arms a little bit in the air conditioning, things like that, but you still can wear it outside because it's nice and cool. So I got to get on that, but I'm definitely going to start with the MJ's collection because I love them and they're going to be perfect for little cardigans for spring and summer. So yeah. Let's see. The Lopsided Crafter says, I love Julie's new yarn from Twin Stitches Design. Yeah, that's the Maggie's yarn, which means twins, and she has twins. And so the pink and the red color were named after her girls, which was really awesome. We had her on here a couple weeks ago, or maybe a month ago now. I can't even remember. I'm trying to look at the calendar, but why am I doing that? It's not written there. Anyway, so yeah, you can go back and you can watch the replay for that, all about the different colors. I mean, gorgeous, gorgeous colors. It is a fingering weight yarn, designed with sock making in mind, but it's definitely great for cardigans, garments, other things like that. But it was designed to be a sock yarn. So you could give that a try. I know I'm dying to make like a cardigan out of it or something like that. If you were here when we talked with Julie, you know that I got the samples of each color so that we could show it on the live, which is always so exciting to get to see them in person. But now I have all these individual colors and I'm trying to figure it out. I know last time we were talking about doing like a granny stripe blanket. That may still be in the works, but as Samantha is saying, I can't be adding on whips right now. I have Michelle's crochet along coming up that I want to participate in. And honestly, I struggle already with crochet alongs just because I usually have multiple projects going on at the same time. And so I want to make sure I can focus on her crochet along and really make it. I love that idea. Make a hexie cardi with them. Yeah, I'd have to plan that out because my only hesitation with that, while I still love the idea of like a hexie cardi and it could even be different colored stripes every round, I would want to make sure that whatever I do as the largest round, I can get 2 rounds out of it with one skein, which I probably should be able to. I mean, it is a fingering weight yarn. I think it's like 400 yards, which is a ton, even for just doing a round of granny square stitches if I do a hexie-cardi, or I mean, I could do something else with it too, but I would want to make sure that I can mirror it on both sides. Yes, I have that problem. It has to be mirrored on both sides so that they match in some capacity. That's just how my brain works. Um, yeah. So let me know what else you guys are working on. I know one of the things too that we're getting ready for, we're starting to talk about vacation. We're starting to talk about packing and getting all that stuff ready. I mean, we don't have vacation for a while, but you start to like think about those things. And so my brain starts to think about too, what projects am I taking? So when we go on vacation, there's two things that I'm concerned about. I mean, okay, yes, I'm the mom. I'm the main packer. I mean, my kids pack their clothes. I give them their list. My husband does all of his own packing. But when it comes to like food and, toiletries and all that stuff, somehow that falls on me. But I also, for myself, am really interested in what books am I going to take to read like on the beach or whatever else, and what projects am I taking? I usually take at least 2 to 3, knowing I'm not going to finish any of them, but I might want to work on one project in the car while we're traveling, and then maybe a different project, when we're there, or something like that. So I try to have at least 2 projects so I can work back and forth, because that's what I do when I'm home. I work back and forth between 2 projects just because I don't want to get bored, or it depends on what kind of car trip we're taking or something like that. Like, how much do I have to focus on the project? So I'm starting to think about that. It is a little early in the sense that I may be starting a new project in 2 weeks for the crochet along, and that's okay. But yeah, so starting to think about it, but not really. Sorry, I lost my pencil. Found it. Not really sure what I'm going to do there yet, but we'll see. It's going to come along. It's going to be great. The Lopsided Crafter says, I'm working on a new corner-to-corner design and an entrelac design. Ooh, what is the entrelac going to be? Or entrelac, depending on what you want to say. I call it entrelac. What is that going to be in? Like, that's really exciting. That is something I've done once, and it was fine. It was fun, but I don't know. It hasn't been my go-to. I love corner to corner. I'm still working on a blanket for my son. That's been going on for longer than I should admit. But I got to get that done. His is a shark head blanket. I did it in fingering weight yarn. I know, silly me, but I did it because I was designing it myself, just using like a graph paper thing. And in order to get it, when I did my swatching, each square, I didn't want it to be ginormous, but I wanted it to be big enough. And so I ended up having to go to fingering weight, but it's okay. It's all going to work out in the end. Yeah. So, oh, sorry, I was just reading while I'm working, getting a couple stitches in. In a nutshell, it's an entrelac corner to corner pixel design. Very cool. I'm excited to see that. That'll be a lot of fun. I'm not a designer. I think I've told the story before. I tried designing, well, not really designing. I had this idea that I could make these like granny squares. They're like the sunburst granny squares. And I was like, oh, this will be fine. I can make a cardigan out of this. No big deal. So I made all my squares. I made the body of the cardigan and now I'm stuck at the sleeves. I can't figure out anything that I like that doesn't make it like too bulky and everything. It'll come. It'll come. But yeah. Fox and Feline. We are talking a little bit about the crochet along with MJ's Off the Hook. It is her Caribbean crochet along. So you can go check that out over on her website or on her social media, like on Instagram and stuff. It'll talk about it. It doesn't start until June, I think June 1st, maybe the 2nd, because that's a Monday. But she has put out the supply list so you can go ahead and you can purchase all of the yarn that you might need and things like that. Did the price of a loft go up? I don't know. Potentially. A loft is not one of those yarns that I use very often. I think it is $13.99 right now. It might have had to go up a little. I don't know. I know there were a couple of yarns where the price did increase over the past 6 months, not by much, by like $1 or something, just because of the cost of manufacturing and the shipping and everything else. I'm not sure if a loft was one of it, but potentially. I don't know. Yeah, sorry, I don't have a good answer for that, but sorry. Yeah. Anyway, so let's talk about what you guys like to make when you go on vacation or you're traveling. Do you take projects that are squares and modular that you can kind of just work on one square at a time? Are you taking garments along with you? What do you like to do? I mean, I know I get car sick and I end up having to take Dramamine so that I can work on it in the car, but you know. Repeating her name, are we talking about the crochet along? That's MJ's Off the Hook, or you can search for Michelle Moore. That's the designer's name. MJ's Off the Hook is her brand name. So that's how you'll find her like on Instagram and stuff like that. And then on her Instagram, I know she's done a couple postings where you can just like comment whatever the word is, and then she'll send you a DM with all the information, or you can check it out over on her website. And I think you have to fill in your email address and then she emails you the supply list. Like it has what the different projects are, what the yarn you're going to need, and something else. Yeah. Okay. So it depends on my whips. So we're talking about what you take on vacation or traveling. It depends on my whips, and always take extra yarn. Always. It has never failed that I have gone on a trip flying, whether for work or, you know, usually for work, or in the past it was for work. And I would take a project with me and I'd be like, oh, I can do this. I know this, no problems. And I run into a problem. Something either I don't know that like I need to look up on the internet or something. And of course, you are on airplane mode while you're flying and you can't look it up. And then it's like, okay, so now what am I going to do? Or the fact that you're working and it's like, okay, this is not the size that I thought it was. Now I need to like measure and block to check what's going on. It's not matching my gauge swatch or something like that. So yes, I always take at least 2 projects, hopes of finishing at least one, but at least having some options in case I need it. Cindy says, I get car sick too. I always take small projects along, bottle cozies, coasters, market bags, or shawls. That's a great idea. Cindy, do you sell them then at markets that you're working on those? Are they gifts? Like kind of what are you thinking? I know I started working on a bunch of pumpkins that I'm going to be using as gifts for in the fall for teachers and things like that. Maybe even trying to sell some to friends and family. I don't know, but it becomes a really great car project for something that it's like a short drive and I don't want to have to count, or not count, but like really focus on the pattern because it's an easy repeat. I don't have to really think about it as opposed to some of my other projects I might be working on. So that kind of becomes my car project. It also becomes something that's like easy to like put down and know where you pattern without taking a couple minutes to like read through and figuring out where you are, which is really great for like if you're in a car pickup line, like waiting for your kids to be done at practice, I always try to go over a couple minutes, before they're finished or slated to be finished with practice so that I'm there when they're done. Sometimes I stay at practices. It depends on which child it is and which practice it is. But yeah, then you're sitting in the car for a couple minutes and at least I can get a couple stitches in, even if it's not on the big project that I'm working on. So love those too. I don't know about you. When I travel, one of the things we used to do is try to find a yarn store to get something or a little notion to go with it. I don't really do that a ton anymore because a lot of the places like we go on vacation is always the same. But that's something really great. If you're not even buying new stuff, but like taking a project with you. And then when that project is finished, you can kind of like remember, oh, I worked on that during this trip or whatever else. So that's always great. Um, Cindy says, I give my projects away as gifts. Everyone I know appreciates something handmade with love. I love that. There's definitely some people that are project worthy, knit or crochet worthy. And it's always great to like see the excitement and things like that. Like we have a lot of family. Well, my side of the family. I mean, not that my extended family isn't worthy of it, but my family definitely appreciates when I make blankets or I make ornaments or little decorations for around the house. So it really does feel good to be able to gift to those people when you know they're really going to get excited, they're going to use the item and everything else. So I've given blankets to all of my cousins that have gone to college. That was kind of one of the things that I did as a gift. And then I end up doing like a wedding blanket for when they get married, although only like one of my cousins, I think I did a wedding blanket for. So, okay, maybe I shouldn't say that. But anyway, yeah. So I try to always do that. And it's always great when you see people using it. It really makes it worth, like, it feels good then and everything. So, yeah, awesome. All right. Well, it doesn't look like there's really any other questions. I do want to call out again, though, that we do have the Memorial Day sale going on where you can get 20% off of your purchase. Or if you're spending over, I think it's 150, but don't quote me. It might be 125. I don't know. Look at the homepage. You can get 25% off your purchase too. So time to stock up, especially on those more like basic colors. Again, like your grays, your creams, your blacks. Those things don't tend to go on sale during the summer yarn sale. So even though that's coming, you probably want to stock up on those things now while you can still get 20% off or 25% off, depending on what you're purchasing. The 20% off is from crochet.com. So you can just type in crochet.com and then that'll pop up and it'll be on the homepage so that you can get all the details and everything. And then you can click through and start shopping and see what you like and make your next project. So okay. Thank you guys so much for joining me today and just taking some time to chat. We're going to have a lot of fun stuff coming up. I'm trying to put them in to the calendar type of thing. I think you guys should see at least 2 more lives set up. Please tell me if you don't see them yet. I think they come up as an event in Facebook. I'm not sure if anything happens in YouTube type of thing. But hopefully you guys are seeing them. If not, maybe we'll figure out another way to kind of make sure you guys are in the know. But we do have guests for the next like 2, 3, 4 weeks. So make sure you're coming back. Same time, same place, same day of the week, always on a Wednesday. Janice, do you carry 3 and 4 strand lace weight? We don't have a ton of lace weight. So what I would suggest is that you go over to the website and in the top navigation, all the way to the left, you'll see the word yarn. If you click on that, you can click I think it says like view all or it says all yarn. If you click on that, you'll be able to filter in the top left corner as well. If you filter, click on lace weight, and then you'll be able to see everything we have in lace and you can compare it for what you're looking for. So that would be the best thing to do. Thanks, Cindy, for joining us. Have a wonderful week to everybody. Thanks, Lopsided Crafter. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe so that you know what's going on. Follow us in all of the places. Fox and Feline, I'm watching via Instagram. Yes, I can see you over there on Instagram. It's not going to come up on Instagram because Instagram only lets me do it like right before we're going to go live. So you're not not going to see it there as like a scheduled anything. It would only be showing up on Facebook and YouTube as something scheduled, but you can mark your calendar because it's going to be 12:30 Eastern for the next couple of weeks. I mean, it's always 12:30 Eastern, but I'm just saying we definitely have a guest at least the next 4 weeks. And even if we don't have a guest, I still try to come on and have these little chats because it's always wonderful to chat with you guys, see what you have going on, share some new things. So yeah, just mark your calendar every Wednesday, 12:30 Eastern. Jump on live here with us, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. We're here. We're chatting. It's lots of fun. Hope you guys are having fun. Happy stitching. And I will see you guys next week. Same time, same place. Until then,